Hello, welcome, Cesar. How are you?
Good evening, teacher.
How is everything?
Yeah,
Good?
I'm good.
And that's good. So we are going to wait for Edwin a minute. Just give me 1 minute. Okay, we are going to start right now, maybe. And then he will be joining us. So Cesar, welcome to another class. And in this case, is the last class of the 3 modules. This is the class number 12 of the basic 3. So let's start the class. All right. Today we are going to have like a review talking about past and also about different kind of, in this case, the past, how to answer yes, no questions, basic things in order to verify our knowledge. Also, today we are going to have our oral evaluation during the activities. That's the last grade that I'm missing. So let's start right now with class. It says yes and no questions. Okay, we use did plus the subject plus the base form for yes and no questions in simple past, except for the verb be. For example, here says, did you see the sign? Did you see the sign? This is a sign. The question is, did you see the sign? As you can see here, we have the did, which is the auxiliary. I need to have the subject and the verb in the base form, and then the complement and the question mark here. All right. So, but what about in the case verb be? In the verb be, we use was or were, depending on my pronoun. Here in this case, why am I using was instead of were? Why? Do you know why, Cesar?
No, teacher.
Okay, try to pay attention. I have was in were. We have was in were. That's the past of verb be. Okay, look at the pronoun here. What is this? First, second, or third person?
Third person.
Okay, so for that reason, I'm using was because it's a third person. So, for example, you, we, and they, we use were. All right, let's continue. So it says, yes and no questions. To make a yes and no question in the simple past, we use did plus the subject plus the verb, the base form of the verb. Again, we need to have did, the subject, base form, and other words in the case it could be a complement. All right, so again, did she finish college? Did she finish college? Did her parents help her? So, as you can see at the beginning, we have the auxiliary, we have the subject and the verb in the base form. So, do you have questions so far, Cesar?
No question, teacher.
No questions. Okay, let's move on. Okay, it says write 3 yes and no questions. Share them in the chat. Go ahead, Cesar. I will give you 5 minutes for this activity, maybe at 7:11. We are going to continue.
Okay, teacher. I don't, teacher.
Okay, good. Let me check, Cesar. It says, did you call me weekend? On weekend? And does she live on this street? Did you see the movie? Okay, I have the 1 and the number 3 correct. What tense is the number 2? What is the tense of the number 2? Do we use do and does for talking about past? What do we use for talking about past?
Say did, no?
Did, yes, we use did because in past
Ah,
we don't change the auxiliary. It's different in simple present. Remember, just in simple present, we will change the, for example, if it is an affirmative, we add the letter S for the third person. And if it is question, we use do or does. But in the case about past, we use did for all the pronouns. That's the difference. Okay, but good. Let's move on. So, and for those yes and no questions, we have a short answers. For example, here we have, it says, did you play? And the answers are, yes, I did, or no, I didn't. All right, so, and we have another one. Did she eat? We have yes, and yes, she did, or no, she didn't. All right, and the third one says, did they study? We have yes, they did, or no, they didn't. So those are the short answers about yes and no question. We just have two options, yes, I did, or no, I didn't, or I did not. Didn't is the contraction of did not. Okay, questions so far about short answers? Questions, Cesar?
question, teacher. No question.
questions. All right, good. Let's move on. So, but we have, yes. Do you want to say something? Hello?
Sorry, teacher, repeat.
Do you want me to say something? No?
No, teacher.
Okay, I thought that you wanted to say something. Never mind. Okay, we have the past simple was and were with the yes and no question. Previously, we had the general ones with the simple past with different verbs. But in this case, we have the simple past with the verb be. Okay, so we need to have always the subject. In this case is Mary. Was, in this case is the past of verb be. Sad, yesterday morning. So it says Mary was sad yesterday morning. María estaba triste ayer por la mañana. And for performing or creating questions, we use at the beginning was. In this case, because we are using the verb be, we use was or were instead of did. It says, was Mary sad yesterday morning? So we switch position. We have first was, then we have the subject Mary. And we have the options. Yes, she was, or no, she was not, or in the contraction. No, she wasn't. Okay. Questions so far, Cesar? Questions about this?
No question, teacher.
No questions? All right, good. So let's have the game here. So those are some unscrambled sentences. Okay, so please tell me what's the correct order? What I need at the beginning.
Front.
Mm-hmm. Or do you want it to try it by yourself? I can share with you the link. Excuse me?
No, perdón, no pensando en el orden.
Okay. Ron, after the subject, what do we need?
Didn't.
Okay, didn't, yes. Didn't is the auxiliary. And then after the auxiliary, what I need? After the verb. Yes, in this case, which is the verb?
Skate.
Skate, yes.
In the park yesterday.
In the park yesterday. In the park. Good. Okay, this is a question. What I need at the beginning for creating questions?
First did.
Did, yes, I need did. Okay. Did. Okay, did Freddie? But Freddie what?
His family.
Okay. Did Freddie cook dinner for his family?
Oh.
Yes, remember that we need to have in this case the verb after the subject, cook dinner. All right. And what about this one?
Didn't you?
Didn't you?
Hmm.
Is it a
You
question?
didn't. You didn't.
Okay, you didn't. You didn't
Shove in a work.
shopping at work? Shop in a work? Are you sure?
Not really.
Okay, pay attention and try to, it makes sense. You didn't shop in a work. Shop in a work. We know the meaning of shop, right? What is shop? It's going outside, maybe at the mall to buy something. And what is a work? It's a place where we can work or do an activity for earning money. Okay, now think about it. If we say you didn't shop in a work, it makes sense. Making the translation says, tú no compraste en el trabajo. Tú no compraste, no, shop. Shop es como una tienda. Tú no tienda en el trabajo.
Sería work in a shop.
Yes, work in a shop. Tú no trabajaste en una tienda. In a shop. Good.
Sí.
Okay.
Confundí
What?
tienda con comprar.
Yes, I thought that. Because comprar is buy.
Ay,
No worries, Cesar. Okay, what about this one?
My father is
My father, what? What my
washing
father?
his car.
Okay, my father. What is the pronunciation of this verb?
Wash it.
Again,
Wash it.
are you sure?
Mm,
Do you remember the last sound T, D, and ID? Try to remember the last sound.
washed.
Washed. Correct one. Okay, my father washed his car. Okay. What about this one?
My little sister.
Mm-hmm. My little sister
Cried last night.
cried last night. Yes. Okay, and what about this one?
My brother in his room.
In his room. And what is the pronunciation of this verb in past? Mm-hmm. Study.
Studied. Study.
Yes. All right. And what about this one?
Then listening music to yesterday.
Again, down listening.
Music to yesterday.
Music to yesterday.
No, listen.
Again.
Then listening to music yesterday.
Okay. Okay, listened to music. Okay, what about this one?
She didn't watch TV.
You didn't watch TV. And why I don't have watched here? ¿Por qué no tengo watched?
Porque se ocupa en su forma base.
Aha, because we're using the base form because of the auxiliary. Good. And what about this one?
Did he listen to music?
All right. Did he listen to music? Good. Excellent. Wait, I'm sorry. What about this one? Here, forget this question mark because the structure is wrong. This is going to be an affirmative in past. This is not a question, okay?
Okay. My mother a delicious pizza.
My mother what?
Cooked
Again,
a delicious pizza.
What's the last pronunciation about this?
Cut.
Cooked. Okay, cooked.
Good.
Okay, cooked a delicious pizza. All right. Good. What about this one? This is a question. This is a WH question. I will help you. Who? Who? It's at the beginning.
How do you say climbed or climbed?
Climbed.
Climb.
Remember that this final sound is voiced. Who climbed? Who climbed what?
A big tree yesterday.
A big tree yesterday. Yes. Okay, what about this one?
And didn't paint pictures yesterday.
And didn't paint
pictures yesterday.
Pictures yesterday. All right. Good job. Okay, good job, Caesar. I don't know why Edwin is not with us today. Maybe he thought that we were to have day off, maybe. So I have here some phrases for talking about past moments. So it says, talking about past moments. How was your first date? Those phrases we can use it. My first day was great, normal, awful, it's a negative, unbelievable, it's kind of negative too. We can use those phrases. He or she was disrespectful. I paid the bill. Do you understand what is a pay the bill? I pay the bill. Do you understand what it means? No?
No, teacher.
Okay, pay the bills, it's like a, that indicates you pay the money about the total of the food or the things. In other words, yo pagué la cuenta. Okay, we pinched in. Okay, it's like a give a present or gift. He or she stood me. He or she fooled around me. She wasted my time. She made me cry. Or in the case of women, we say he was a gentleman. She was very well educated. He or she was very thoughtful. Thoughtful, it's a person who likes to think, or a person whose sense of analysis is it's a higher levels. It's a person who you can have a really strong conversations, and those people knows about different topics. That's a thoughtful. A person who can, how can I say this? Una persona en serio que piensa, que tiene análisis y que tenemos como que temas para hablar. I sent my location to my friend. I met him or her on a dating app or social media. So, have you ever have a relationship even with a friend or girlfriend through the social media? No?
Repeat, teacher, que se le cortó, perdón.
No worries. Have you ever have a meeting or dating with a person? It could be friend or girlfriend or a friend, let's say, that you met through a social media, maybe WhatsApp or maybe Facebook or Instagram. ¿Alguna vez ha tenido una cita con alguien? Puede ser amigo o relaciones que ha conocido a través de WhatsApp, a través de Facebook, perdón, o de Instagram.
No, never.
No. Okay. Do you trust on those kind of datings? Do you think that it's possible to have a good date or meet good people through social media? No?
No, teacher.
Neither I, because I think that on social media, the people have different faces, right? You don't know the people exactly how the people is. Maybe you can have a really big surprise about it. Okay, but let's continue. I have the speaking activity here, and it says the question, how did you spend your last birthday? How did you spend your last birthday? This is going to be, in this case, a question that we need to talk about. So I will give you in the case about maybe 10 minutes for 5 minutes for creating the answer. How did you spend your last birthday? So after this, Caesar, we are going to have a talking, because just we are two, about all the topics, since the topic number one, unit number one, because I need to have your final grade about the oral evaluation. So, but in the case, keep in mind this question, it says, how did you spend your last birthday? ¿Cómo pasaste o pasó su cumpleaños anterior? So I need to listen to you. What did you do? Where did you go? Who did you celebrate with? And all the details. So we having just a reminding meeting time about 2 minutes. And we are going to join us together again because of this. Unfortunately, we don't have the premium Zoom, but we are going to do it already, okay? So please join the meeting again. I will end this meeting and I will open it again, okay?
Okay, teacher.
All right, so Caesar, please do this activity. Try to create your answer. How did you spend your last birthday? And in a couple of 5 or 6 minutes, I'm going to ask you. And then we will start with the oral evaluation, okay?
Okay, teacher.
Thank you.
Yes, teacher.
Okay, good. Go ahead, Cesar. How did you spend your last birthday?
I spent my last birthday and friends and family congratulate me, and my mother uh, visit me and made me a special breakfast. And at night we went to dinner at a pizzeria called Boca de Lobo. It's all, teacher.
Oh, okay, good. Thank you so much. So in the case you you didn't live with your mother? Did you live alone?
Teacher, was moment. Si me permite, voy a contestar una llamada.
Yes, go ahead.
Sorry, teacher.
No worries. Okay, I was asking you, Caesar, do you live alone?
No, my mother um, doesn't live with me.
Oh, um, so your mother doesn't live with you. So in the case, do you live with your grandparents or with your father or alone?
I live father and grandfather's my dad.
Oh, okay, and your dad father. Good. So that's good, Caesar. So in this case, I'm going to start with the oral evaluation as normal in every module. So let me see, I will check. Okay, so do you remember some prepositional places? Hello?
Repeat, please.
Okay, do you remember prepositional places?
The preposition
Prepositional places, do you remember them?
he. Yes, yes. It's on, next, in, mm, under, and behind, and
Good, good. That's enough. And what about the time expressions? Do you remember the time expressions?
Yes. Say say no, I don't remember.
Okay. If,
For
for example,
okay.
do you remember yesterday, last week, tomorrow, if we are talking about future, now, if we are talking present, do you remember that? But good, no worries. So what is the difference? Do you remember the difference between going to or will? Do you remember what is the difference between will and going to?
Going to is decisions and will decisions ¿cómo se dice? Se toman, perdón, teacher.
That we make
That we may speak.
at the moment of speaking. Good, really good, Caesar. So, do you remember the uses of would you like? Would you like? When do we use would you like?
Would you like? Ay, sí, no sé cómo decirlo, se lo puedo decir en español, teacher.
Try to do it in English, no worries.
An idea on um, deseo, no sé cómo se dice, teacher.
I will refresh you. It's for requesting something or for asking if a person wants something. For example, would you like a cup of coffee? Or would you like to come with me? That's the uses. All right, so next, what about the verb be? So do you remember the structure of the verb be for creating a simple sentence using past? Verb be for past.
Plus past plus complement.
Good. And the last question, what about the last sounds of the verbs? When do I have to pronounce with the letter T in the past? When?
When
When the final sound?
when the finals the word T and D.
Okay, when it is T or D, we pronounce with the ID. But when it is voiced or voiceless, it sounds like a T. Voiced or voiceless?
Voice.
Voiced.
No. Voiceless.
Yes, voiceless. That's right. That voiceless, Caesar. Okay, good job. So in the case we already finished the evaluation. So do you have equations so far?
No
No
questions.
questions? Okay, so do you have a doubt about any topic maybe? Or something that you have a doubt about it?
Mm,
No, everything is clear?
It's clear.
Okay, good. So in the case, Cesar, for me was a really pleasure to be your teacher during those 3 months. So today is the last class. Unfortunately, we have to say bye. And I don't know if you will continue with the program. I don't have that information if you are going to cover all the levels or do you know that information? Después de los básicos, ¿les dijeron que continuaba o hasta básicos les dan, según el programa de código?
Según el programa de código era, si no recuerdo, creo que eran 3 módulos, pero creo que iban en conjunto el tiempo de código, si no me equivoco, la verdad.
Ah, okay. And did you finish
Ujú.
código already?
Eh, Finish at November.
Ah, it's almost finished. Good. So in the case, I'm wishing you the best, Cesar. So it's almost, your graduation is around the corner too. Please try to enjoy your graduation, enjoy the result of your effort. Continue, keep working, continue practicing those topics that we already covered. Maybe in the practice is different because you are not going to pay attention if this is simple present, this is simple past. No, at the moment that we are speaking, that's flows natural, but try to do your best in the case. Continue working. Don't forget to listen music in English, to listen in podcasts, or also you can watch movies in English. You can do all the things, whatever you can, to continue learning, to continue in developing your English skills because you have a really good memory, you have a really good uh, uh, maybe way of learning because you catch the information quickly. Take advantage of that. So about this module, you already passed it. Thank you so much for your commitment to and responsibility because you finish all the activities on the platform and you finish with a grade about 9.09. It's almost 9.1, this module. So I don't know if you have something else to add to the class. I will let you go because you are just the only one. I will try to contact Edwin for doing the oral evaluation too. Hello?
Sorry.
No questions?
No question, teacher.
Okay.
Uh, um,
Okay,
no,
sir.
diga.
It's the call, it's like a breaking out. I'm sorry.
Ujú.
Hello?
Perdón, ya bastante entrecortado.
Okay, I can listen to you well right now. Hello?
I don't understand, teacher.
Okay, ¿me puede escuchar?
Sí, sí, es que por momentos que se detiene el audio.
Ah, no worries. So, I don't know if you want to add something or you are feel to go.
Ok.
No sé si quiere agregar algo más. Otherwise, nos podemos
Mm,
desconectar.
No, no, solo agradecerle el tiempo, teacher.
It was a pleasure for me to be with you during those months.
Okay.
Take care, Cesar. And also congratulations for your graduation. Enjoy your day.
And November 23 is my graduation at 9 a.m.
Oh, good. November the 23. So I will pay attention to the YouTube channel and I will try to watch. I will try to watch it. Good.
Because they gave use many rules.
Ah, yes, about the your family, about your dress code, right?
The family and outfit
Uh-huh.
this is
Yes.
everything.
Yes, but at the end, that's not true, Caesar. At the end, we do whatever we want. Believe me that in the case my dress, it was no proper dress because it now was like a formal because it has it was kind of short, but they didn't say anything at the end. But about you, you need just to use wear a suit, right? Black suit.
Black.
Yes, black suit and formal shoes.
Yes.
Uh-huh. That's the only requirement that they ask for men. So
Mm.
it's easy for you as a
Oh.
man.
Yes, teacher.
Okay. So for me, it was a really pleasure, Caesar. Take care. If you need something, let me know, okay?
No.
No, in the case in future, if you need
It,
something, feel free to ask me. If you need my support in future, call me or send me a text message. I will be here to help you, okay?
okay, teacher. Thank you.
My pleasure. Have a wonderful night, Cesar. Take care.
Thanks, teacher. Good night.
Good night. Bye-bye.
Bye.